Meow bitches, and welcome to another episode of For the Love of Drag podcast. My name is Astala Vista, aka the crazy cat lady of drag.
And I'm Jimmy Boone.
And we're going to be your hostesses with the mostesses. Yes. Now, today is a very exciting episode because in the past, you've heard us talk about DQE. You've heard us talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. We just interviewed with Miss Sarah. But today, we are talking about my favorite thing in the world. Tell them what it is, Jimmy.
Cats.
Meow. Yes, today is all about kitties. So we are going to be introducing you to my kitties, the Drag Queen Entertainment's office cat, as well as a cat that we recently found outside who just had 3 little adorable kittens. And yes, you are going to be meeting 1-week-old kittens today. So it is going to be a blast. I'm so excited. I'm going to be honest with you. Cats make me feral. I'm the crazy cat lady for a reason. You're going to see a side of me you may have never seen today, so just be ready for it. But, Jimmy, let's talk about...
Expect some baby talk. Expect some, oh my God, look at
Spanks.
Spanks?
I like to spank.
On the Sphinx?
Yes, absolutely. Have you spanked your Sphinx today?
Do you remember that shirt?
I do.
So speaking of...
This is like a cultural episode, cat culture.
Look at this outfit you are wearing today, Miss Astala
My
Vista.
cat tan, if you will.
Your cat tan?
Yes,
I am done with you. I am done with you. You're also giving a little bit of Carol Baskin, some young Carol Baskin.
I was trying to go for like crazy cat lady in the 70s. You know what I mean?
My God,
She's a flower girl. She loves her flowers. She loves her marijuana. She loves her cats, all that good stuff. But actually, I remember you were there when I made this outfit, if I'm being honest, Jimmy.
I was.
When I first made it and I first debuted it, you said, it looks like you're wearing a blanket. And I said, you are nasty. So for all the people watching on YouTube right now, you could see I clearly added a lot of rhinestones to this. But yeah, this took about, I think, 10,000 rhinestones to make it so you're like, all right, now that's reasonable drag. But
it is a square.
Thank you.
It is a square.
So much. I also am rocking this fabulous necklace. I don't know who got it for me. Somebody at a show did.
I remember. It was a gift at a meet and greet.
It is a bunch of cats with little cat ornaments on it. It is so fierce and fabulous. I'm kind of obsessed. If you're the person that got this for me, send me a DM, please. All right, I need to give you your credit. This is amazing. But anyway, today we're going to be talking all about cats. So where are we starting?
So I think we should start with how we got into cats in the first place. So I know for me personally, I wasn't necessarily always a cat person.
No, you were not. Same here, though.
So what is your experience with cats? You said you weren't always a cat person. When did you flip and when did you become the crazy cat lady?
So before the crazy cat lady of drag, before Cats in Drag were even affiliated, my first cat, not even my first cat. So I moved in with my dad when I was about 13 years old. I lived with my mom and my stepdad before that. I didn't get along with my stepdad. I talked about this before, so I moved in with my dad at about 13 years old. Right. When I was with my mom, I never, ever, ever had a cat. It was dogs.
She was a dog lady?
Dog. I didn't like cats. I thought they stayed under the bed. You never seen them, whatever. So when I moved in with my dad, he had a cat named Bones. It was a little black and white cat. Oh. And because I moved in with him after he already had the cat didn't come around to me too often, so I didn't get to see him too much. But unfortunately, towards the end of his life, I'd say within the last year, he really started coming in my room and hanging out with me. And Aww. I fell in love with him. I was like, all right, this is my buddy. This is my dude. When he passed away, it was official. I needed another cat in my life. And that's kind of how the love for cats started.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. So I guess I have a somewhat similar story. I remember having a bad experience, so to speak, with a cat. Same thing you said, under the bed.
Everybody always has. They're like, oh, they're mean. Cats are mean. I'm like, no, you just haven't had your cat yet.
Yeah, so I was probably 6 or 7 or so. I went under a bed at one point and there was a cat there and I tried to pet it and the thing and scratched me. And at that point I was like, all right, fuck this. I don't need to be around cats anymore. I already had a dog. I just was...
I'm surprised you stay around me. I do that all the time.
So yeah, I already had a dog and I was like, all right, we'll just stick with dogs. I guess cats are just bitches. We're just going to leave it to that. And then it came to the point, I remember I was working at ShopRite at the time. We were dating for 3 or 4 months maybe. And you got a phone call from one of your friends that she was looking to rehome the cat that she had because she was pregnant and wasn't going to be able to take care of the cat anymore. And then basically, long story short, we ended up adopting that cat, and that was our first cat. And that was what made me fall in love with cats. So our first cat, Demon, he's a Maine Coon, 3 legs.
You were all about it too. I remember.
I was.
Because we were gay. We moved in.
Yep.
We wanted our first pet together, blah, blah, blah. So like Jimmy was saying, one of my friends called us up from high school and was like, listen, I cannot take care of this cat anymore. Kids, apartment, blah, 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 blah. So I adopted Demon, our first cat, and that was pretty much the way I guess you really fell in love with cats.
Yeah, I've always been an animal person, but cats, like I said, I had that bad experience, so I kind of just wrote them off. But when you called me, we were going to one of the shelters that we always go to, and I was very excited just to give a home to an animal that was elsewise going to be in a shelter. And at that point in time, once we hung out with him for a few hours.
A three-legged Maine Coon. Like, how are you turning that down?
I've always been a sucker for a handicapped cat, too. I used to have a dog, as you know, that was blind and deaf. So I've always been a sucker for animals that are a little bit handicapped or need a little extra love.
So that's how our love for cats started, but like we said, that's the start of it. It kind of gets a little insane. So where do we start, Jimmy? I want to introduce everybody to the cats today. I want to show everybody who our cats are.
We're definitely going to meet them, but I think we should first discuss how you started to incorporate cats into your drag and how the crazy cat lady of drag came to be.
Okay. So when I think officially deemed myself the crazy cat lady of drag, I believe that was probably about 3 or 4 cats in. I didn't do it right off the bat.
Right.
It took a little bit of time.
Right. Yep.
But once I did that, I pretty much started branding myself as the crazy cat lady of drag. I had a lot of cats, obviously. So what I started doing is taking my costumes and incorporating like a cat element into all of them. Obviously, you see today, this one is literally just cats on cats on cats. But I would try to incorporate like one small element of cat to every single costume. Some of them would be full cat fabrics, cat suits, cat dresses. But other ones, like for Super Mario, I remember I did a full Super Mario look. And instead of like the M on his hat, I put like a little cat emblem, like little things like that were subtle.
So you would find the place to put it in.
Yes. I will be honest with you. I don't do that as much anymore. I kind of just focus on my drag being my drag, and I don't need to prove that I'm the crazy cat lady anymore because I have a lot of cats now. I take care of a lot of cats. I'm psychotic. I'm the psychotic cat lady. I've upgraded. I've elevated. So I don't feel like I incorporate cats into every drag look anymore, but like I definitely still do. I have cheetah print that I use all the time. There's plenty of fabrics that I have sitting in my bin that are cat printed. It's not a requirement anymore.
You've made a dress out of cat food bags.
I have made a dress out of full cat food bags. Actually, we're going to be doing a closet tour soon, so I'm definitely going to show that off. Not only do I have the fierce dress that I made, I also have the original one that I made.
You still have that?
Out of one cat bag. Yes, I
am done.
Hoarders, buried alive, everybody. I keep everything. But yeah, so I will definitely show that off in a little bit.
Beyond incorporating cats in your actual drag and costumes and whatnot, we also incorporated cats within our drag shows and events that we do by hosting drag fundraisers for different cat shelters, partnering with different shelters to raise money for them, and kind of just being a little bit psychotic and helping stray cats right outside the Drag Queen Entertainment office.
Yes. So obviously when we do the fundraisers for different shelters and whatnot, I have quite a few cat numbers up my belt. Catwoman's obviously always loved. Yep. I have a song on iTunes called Pussy Walk, all about my cats. Don't let your mind go to the gutter. But I have quite a few cat numbers. All I want for Christmas is cats. So I love to do them at fundraisers, help raise money for cats there. But as you said, we have also kind of started taking things into our own hands a little bit. We've been helping a lot of cats outside. We do operate in the city. The Drag Queen Entertainment office is right in the city. So, like, there's lots of cats outside. And they see that we don't mind feeding them and petting them and playing with them. So they tell their friends come. And before you know it, it is a full cat fiesta outside.
We have cat word of mouth spreading.
Yes,
everywhere.
we do. Purred of mouth, bitch.
Yep. And we've had 2 Drag Queen Entertainment offices, and at both of them, we've helped different cats out. I remember there was the one we caught out back our old office. If you remember, it was like slamming its head into the ground.
Yes, I do.
I don't remember what was wrong with it. We took it to one of the shelters that we worked with for some vet care, and I remember they were able to like scan it for the microchip or whatever, and they like called the owners immediately afterwards.
And you found the cat's literal. Yep. Yeah, we found the cat's owner. That was amazing.
And do you remember like we were there for maybe a half an hour or whatever, and then the family actually like came in, and it was this whole like ABC moment that we never expected to happen.
Yep, literally we were not expecting that.
That was so cool. And then once we got to our current office, obviously we opened up our doors to our office cat, Miss Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, we did.
So that was a little less than a year ago, I believe, at this point in
And
time.
when we say opened our doors too, let's be honest with you. I mean, there was a cat outside. She was bopping around the house, or bopping around the office, looking everywhere. We gave her a can of food one day. 2 days later, we opened the door to go in ourselves. She followed us right behind. She was like, no, I'm part of your life now, just so you know.
She took the initiative, and she had plans for her life, and she hasn't left ever since.
I think I'm a diva. I mean, I know I'm a diva, but Marilyn, she puts me to shame, okay? I'm nobody compared to her. She is the most high-maintenance queen you have ever met in your entire life. Honestly, I think it's time to start meeting some kittens. So
I agree.
I think we should go in hard, too. We should just start with Marilyn, the office cat.
I agree. I think she is the ultimate diva, and who else do you start with but the ultimate diva?
Miss Marilyn Monroe.
Monroe herself. And she is named that way because, as you'll see, she has a cute little white Monroe right here, right above her lip.
Twinning.
She might take after her her cat mom here, Miss Astala Vista. But I agree. I think it's about time to bring in some cats and some kittens. Before we do that, I think we can go to a little break, and when we come back, we will introduce Miss Marilyn Monroe. All right, we will be right back after this. We'll see you soon.
All right, everybody. We are back, and we have our first kitty cat up to the board, Miss Marilyn Monroe, everybody. So if you are just listening on audio, Marilyn is a tuxedo cat, like perfect tuxedo pattern, but what she has is a perfect little white Monroe on her black face. It is absolutely adorable. I also have a Monroe piercing, so we match. So other than her looks, though, there's a lot we need to dive into about her personality, okay? Because I have never had a cat like this before in my entire life.
She's practically a dog.
She
The way that she acts.
She's like a dog meets a bitch. A female dog. There we go, okay? Marilyn Monroe is the ultimate diva, okay? She will let you know. Ooh, I just hit her in the face a little bit. Don't call Sarah McLachlan.
You saw that.
Marilyn Monroe, seriously, though, she is the epitome of diva. If she wants something, she gets it. If she doesn't want something, she'll smack it out of her way. The printer is her best friend in the world.
We call her the printing manager.
She is the copycat, we call her, the copycat, because she literally takes care of the printer. So she literally just stumbled into our life. She walked in right behind us. We are cat people. We already had 6 cats at home, so we're like, you know what? This office, it's fun. I'm not going to say it's a boring office. It's a really fun office, but adding a cat just made it even more fun.
We have some stressful days around here at the DQE office, and Miss Lynn tends to pick up on that vibe and will come in and nuzzle and cuddle right at the right moment.
She loves to interrupt Sarah's Zoom meetings. That's her favorite.
She does love to interrupt a Zoom meeting. As we said, she loves to interrupt some printing.
Now, in addition to her doing her office duties, like I said, she is a little bit of a diva, and I'm going to tell you why right now, okay? So I have never had a cat before that does not like other cats at all. She hates other cats. She does not want to be around any other cat whatsoever. Loves humans. If you're a human, she will nuzzle you, cuddle you, rub you, hold you, lay on your lap. If you're a cat, before she even sees your face, you're getting hissed at. We have tried, I have 6 cats. I've tried to bring them over before. She wants no part of any of them, even to the point. You're going to meet the kittens in a little bit. We tried even the kittens to see her. She doesn't want a part of a kitten either. She wants no part of any other animal. She is the ultimate diva. She is the queen, and that is just that, as you can see right here. So there's really not too much more to Marilyn Monroe other than she is the HBIC of Drag Queen Entertainment.
I used to have that title, but we brought her in about a year ago. And
she is the one. Longest whiskers in the world. I will give her credit there. I'm looking at them right now.
Whiskers.
They curl around. They are insane. But yeah, this is Miss Marilyn Monroe, the office cat. We love her dearly, but I really want to hop in.
One more thing before we move on. We also have to talk about how Miss Marilyn Monroe was the month of March in our Drag Queen Entertainment calendar that we had for 2020.
Well, if we did that, we would be what?
April? Lying?
Yeah, lying.
Oh, damn it, I got one wrong finally. What was she, April?
That was Miss Demi Goddess.
Oh, sorry,
okay.
Demi. So she was, what, April?
Demi's just serving so much pussy, honey. You couldn't handle it, okay?
I live. She was what, April then?
She was April.
I only edited and designed the damn calendar.
She was our April girl. Yes, she was.
But yeah, so she is, I think that's kind of what skyrocketed her to diva status, because it was only a couple months before we put her in the calendar, and now you can't tell her nothing.
You can't tell her anything, honestly. Get her off camera right now. We are feeding her ego, okay?
She was waiting for this.
I love Marilyn. I mean, she is my angel at the DQE office, but like there are 6 other kitty cats that are very, very, very close to my heart that I get to see every single day. So is it time to
I
play
think
with
so.
my kitties?
I think I'm going to bring Miss Marilyn out, and we will bring in our next little kitty.
Can we do like surprises?
You want to do surprises?
I want to do surprises.
Okay, I'm going to surprise you.
This is where I go feral, guys. I'm going to get very excited everyone I say so.
She loves each one of her babies very dearly, and you're going to see the reaction every single time.
Actually, fun fact too, there is one of them that you're not going to be able to meet today.
That's true.
She is one that we actually caught outside probably about like 5 years ago.
It was 2020, 2021.
She had babies. She was pregnant.
We posted all over Facebook.
Yeah, we posted all over Facebook. I'm sure you've seen. And unfortunately, since then, she hasn't really left her feral state.
No,
she
hasn't
does.
warmed up.
She does not like people at all. So maybe we'll do like a little like Patreon where we'll go into our apartment or something and try to
She loves all the
introduce
other
Bimini.
cats.
Bimini Bon Boulash is her name.
Yep.
She's adorable. But anyway, let's see my first
All right,
kitty
Miss Lynn.
today. I'm excited.
All right, are you ready? Here we go. I'll be right back.
All right. I hear the door, so let's see who is up. Oh, we were just talking about him. We have our very first baby, Demon, to the stage. Well, Demon is his name now. I mean, we have a whole history we got to talk about.
He's
I guess,
had quite a few names, quite a few identities.
So if you are just listening via audio, let me tell you, Demon is a Maine Coon cat. But he is a Maine Coon cat who's got a couple ailments, if you will. He has one ear, and then he has 3 legs, all right? So I guess we'll dive into that as well. But before we even dive into that, let's start with how we got Demon. We were talking earlier. My friend was not able to take care of him anymore, so we adopted him actually from the AWA.
Yep, he was there for like one day.
Took him in, and at that point, he had 3 legs only.
He had the 3 legs.
So apparently he got hit by a car in Philadelphia,
Yeah,
they
that's what we
said,
were
right?
told.
He was about 5 or 6 years old when we got him. Got hit by a car in Philadelphia, had to get his leg amputated. So they did amputate it. He has a little nub now. He tries to scratch himself with his nub. It is the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Oh man, he's such a little baby. Oh, he's adorable. But anyway, so then later on, I don't know what happened exactly with his ear. I think one of our cats bit it or he scratched it.
Yeah, I think they had a little wrestling match, and I think the one cat bit his ear.
And he got cauliflower ear really, really bad.
Yeah.
So he still does have the other ear. It's just extremely, extremely deformed.
Like shriveled.
So let's talk about Demon. Let's really talk about who he is. Demon is our senior kitty cat. He is, I'd say, roughly
18 to 20?
18 to 20 years old. He's over life, guys. He's done. He don't give a shit anymore, okay? He does not care about anything. Grooming himself. He wants to, the one thing he wants to do is just lay on top of your chest and cuddle.
He loves to cuddle.
He just wants to cuddle. Demon is the sweetest old man you've ever met. Every single cat that we have gets along with him. There are certain cats that do not get along with each other that we have. That's not the case with Demon. Demon pretty much gets along with everybody. There's one cat that tries to start shit with him, but Demon don't even have it. He's like, bro. He's like, bro, I'm 20.
He's
get
the
outta
alpha
here.
cat for sure.
He is the alpha cat. He knows he was here first.
I feel like he's raised our other cats and is kind of like the reason why we have a bunch of angels.
He is. I mean, he gets along best with Mario, obviously.
They were buds.
That's like his BFF without a doubt. But yeah, Demon he's a really, really, really great guy. I'd say when it comes to cats, if you've never had a cat before, he's like your perfect companion. He's not too much or he's going to be too needy like a dog, but he's also not just hiding under a bed. He is the perfect house cat. Look at him right. Oh, what a babe.
Yeah, before he was Demon, I believe his name was Triumph and Tripod.
Well, they named, I think it was Triumph first because Triumph, obviously, he has 3 legs. He triumphed it. We love that. We changed it, I think, to Tripod for a minute. Then we changed it after that for 36 seconds, maybe, to Diesel.
Yep.
Do you
the
remember
underwear
that?
brand.
The underwear brand. I don't know why we did that. And then Demon actually came about because, let me tell you, cords, Demon, best friends, okay? He would tear through every single cord we had. Apple charger, TV wires, it did not matter.
Chargers, they're like $120.
$100-something, yeah, for a $60 shelter cat, and he cost about $10,000 in wires by the end of it. We love him though, so we put up with it and just changed his name to Demon because he literally was like a demon tearing apart our wires.
I was just gonna say we call him Demon, but he's definitely an angel.
He is. That was so good. That was so damn good. You're gay.
Fucking Lifetime
that was gay.
movie.
But so true. He really is an absolute angel. He used to nip a little bit, but friendly. Yep. I remember that was during
it was
the wire
if you
phase.
rubbed his belly, he would
give you a little bite, but no. I mean, for the last 8-10 years. He has been an absolute
He
angel.
doesn't have
So
time for that.
we love him dearly. He's probably ready for his senior nap. I think they're starting bingo at the senior home soon. So let's get him back to that. And I
Alrighty.
guess you can surprise me
Are you
with
ready for the
another
next one?
baby. I am ready. I am excited.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let me go get Demon situated, and I'll bring in the next one.
Bye, babe. Oh, he would love some scratches right now with the nails, too. He loves a good scratch. All right, I hear a meow, so I guess that means somebody is here.
Here comes Wonka.
And it is the Chonka Mr. Wonka. Give him to me right now. Okay, well, I guess all attention is off me because he's going to steal all the attention right now. Get ready for that, everybody. So if you are listening via audio, Wonka is a sand-colored...
Sand. Champagne?
Champagne and sand had a baby, and he is that color. Wonka is the epitome of slut. I am not slut-shaming right now, but here's the thing. If you ever came over to our apartment, the first thing Wonka's going to do is greet you, and then within 30 minutes, you're going to say, you know, that Wonka cat, he's really friendly. I really like him. He gets all of the people loving him.
He should be everyone's first cat experience, because if they do that, then they'll want a cat.
You will want a
instantly.
cat instantly. He is obsessed with people, obsessed with attention, a little bit of a diva when it comes to other cats.
Yep.
If somebody else is getting attention, he's not about it. He's kind of like a drag queen. There we go. Like, very that, right?
Very much so, very much so.
So Wonka is an absolute diva in his own. But let's talk about how we got Wonka, who he's related to.
I would love to. So we got Wonka originally. So we've had 2 Sphinx cats in our life. Our first one, who used to perform with you.
A little tattoo.
Oh,
of
little
my
tattoo.
little
I forgot
guy.
about that. He unfortunately passed away a few years back. But Wonka is actually that Sphinx cat's great grandfather, if I'm not mistaken, like genetically.
Yep.
So the place that we got
Basically, to explain that, they would breed like a hairless cat with a haired cat, so the genes were stronger. Like 2 would be bred, or 2 would have hair, the babies, and then 2 wouldn't. I don't know how it works. I'm a drag queen, not a geneticist, but I know it's really, really smart stuff, and they had to use cats with hair as well.
Yep. And we adopted that the first Sphinx at whatever time, and then it was about a year or 2 later, they were retiring him from being a breeding cat. I don't know what that exact term is.
A stud. They call them a stud.
A stud. There you
me.
go. He is a stud.
Hey, stud.
So they were retiring him from being a stud, and when they do that, they have to remove him from the house because the cats that are still in heat are like angry towards male
Don't
cats.
they call
that
the girls queens?
I think they
A
do.
stud and a queen. Hey.
You would. Bring it back to you. I'm done. So yeah, they had to retire him so he wouldn't get beat up by all the queens in the house. And we answered a Facebook post, and we ended up adopting him. And he sheds like
And
a
now
son of a
he
bitch.
is shedding everywhere. Like, literally, I just want you to know this is not a 3-megapixel camera. That's just his hair everywhere in the filter, okay? Wow. Okay, so yeah, he is an absolute angel. He definitely is the attention seeker of the house. I would say out of everybody, he's probably the most attention seeking.
He's the first to greet you. He's the first to sit on your lap. If there's somebody else that's getting attention, he's going to try to push his way or wiggle his way in there.
He's a good. You know what I don't like about Wonka? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Wonka doesn't have good crusties, okay? As a drag mom, my favorite thing to do is pick a good crusty. His suck. He has never had. They're always gooey. It's not what you want. I want Demon crusties of the year, okay? Demon's crusties, sometimes they're like, you got to like get in there really good. I got to get a little shovel. It's insane. No lie.
I don't think they signed up for this.
Every single cat owner watching picks their cat's crusties, Jimmy.
I don't.
You're not a real cat owner, okay? You're like cat owner by association. I pulled you into this madness, all right?
I'm done with you.
Every cat owners right now, comment below. Do you pick your cat's crusties? The answer is yes, and
You
I
can
know
also
you know
say
it.
no.
You can also
say
lie
no.
and say no, but I know you do.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Demon.
And then when I'm hungry later, no. Anyway, Wonka is already all over Evan, the cameraman, so he's already
moved on.
He's on to his next victim, so I don't even think you really need to walk him out, Jimmy.
No, I will take care of Wonka. And I will bring in our next little.
All right,
kitty
let's see who is next. I think I see a scaredy cat coming to the stage.
scaredy
Is
cat.
that my Mario, the baby, the bunny, the girl?
He's a little nervous.
He's a boy, but
He's a little camera shy.
the bunny. Hello, hi, Mumford. I know. So, Mario, everybody, is the first kitten that we ever had.
100%.
He came right after Demon. We had Demon, and then, like I said, I had Bones before, but I never had a kitten. So on my birthday, I believe it was my 20th?
19th or 20th.
19th or 20th birthday, Jimmy surprised me with Mario. He kept him at his mother's house the night before. The next morning, she brought him over, and I woke up to little Mario on my bed in the cutest little blue collar.
He was so sweet.
He is, and he still is so sweet. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if you're allowed to say this, but like he's just like, I don't want to say favorite, but he's my guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's my babe. He's the
original
scaredy
baby.
cat. He's the original baby. Like, every time I look at him, we just have a little connection. That is my guy. I also have a tattoo of Super Mario on my arm, if you're looking. So, Mario, I love Mario. He got the name Mario because I've always loved Super Mario. And, like, when I seen him, I was like, oh, he's an adventurous little dude.
And
he has the M on his head, a little M. He's your stereotypical
He's so
tabby
sweet.
guy. He looks exactly like any other tabby you've seen except 10 times cuter because he's my Mario.
And then besides Mario, we also call him Toes because he is one of the most hygienic cats you will ever meet, to the point where he, for each one of his 4 appendages, will spread his little fingers and toes out. And
He gets in those toes like you've never seen. Have you ever
Each
seen
one.
those signs that are like $20 pedicure and you're like, I don't think I would trust that. Like, that's nasty. Trust it because it's Mario doing it, okay? He's going to get in those little tootsies. He's going to get the funguses out. He's going to do it all.
he's like those little fish that eat the shit off your
He
feet.
is. Remember when we were in Florida and they
was
had
so
those little.
scary.
I wanted to do it and you were
No,
too scared.
absolutely not.
I'm
It's
about to like
disgusting.
eat my
That's disgusting.
cuticles, fish. Eat them. Anyway, though, Mario is pretty much just your stereotypical tabby cat, but just a little bit cuter. So if you're watching this, you see him. He's a little scared right
He's
now.
definitely our most anxious baby. So I think I'm going to go bring.
Anxious isn't the word.
Anxious.
Yes, it is probably time to bring him back. When I tell you when the food is getting low, we have an auto feeder. He sees that it's getting low because you can like see the food level, and he starts freaking out when it's towards the bottom. He has bad anxiety.
He will
gonna lie
meow
to
at
you.
us if the food is.
He
not
will
even
start-
if it's empty. If it's low.
When it's low, he has
He
very
knows.
bad anxiety.
He
But
knows.
he's our little guy, and he cuddles with us every single night. We love him
single night.
dearly. Get his ass back upstairs before we have to give him a Xanax. All right.
All right. Let's go, bud.
All right, everybody. I think it's Halloween time because we are welcoming the mischievous little Binksy baby to the stage.
Mr. Binks.
Baby Binks, the baby panther, the black panther. He's got all sorts of names. So if you are just listening via audio, Binks is our oversized black kitty cat. He is full black with a couple little white whiskers going on. And he is pretty much the epitome of Halloween kitty cat. He's always looking creepy. He's always a little sneaky.
He loves to lurk in a window
He
mysteriously.
loves to lurk in a window. He pretty much earned his name, Binks. We do spell it a little bit differently than the movie. It's B-Y-N-X. I know in Hocus Pocus, I think it's B-I-N-K-S. B-I-N-K-S. I'm pretty sure.
I was never good at grammar.
But we switched it up a little bit, added a little edgy twist to it. But Binks is, he's, I'd say, our 4th or 5th cat we got him.
He was the 4th. We got him because we had Demon and Mario. They were a little older at the time, and then we got the Sphinx cat, the first one, and he didn't have like a kitten friend, so we got Binks, and they were the Inkses.
The Inkses. I totally remember that. And then what I also remember, too, when we got him is we got him for, I believe, $25.
Yeah, it was something cheap.
There was
It
a
was
Black
Friday.
Cat special. It was Black Friday Black Cat special. Any black cat was $25. And we were like, you know what? Let's go. He definitely just knocked over a camera.
He just knocked over one of the cameras. and that's great.
Binks. He's literally like Halloween. Are you superstitious? Because Binks will bring it to life. So
Binks.
So I'm going to be honest with you. During Binks's time here, there might be a couple technical difficulties if you are watching the video. He is nuzzling every single tripod here. Every single one. So he's living his best life. So what else about Binks? Binks he lays next to me every single night at bed.
Yes, he does.
He has the top corner.
Yep.
That is where he will remain the entire time. There's just a huge black hair
I was
patty.
like, I feel like he's one of our worst shedders.
One of the worst shedders for sure. You could hear him meowing right now, potentially. We actually used to call him Squeaks because before he got his full meow and we had him as a kitten, he would just squeak.
He's like, well,
But now he does a full-on meow. He is ready to terrorize this entire office.
he is
Jimmy.
ready for it.
What else do we have to say about Binks before we bring him back up? Because he is definitely not shy in here. He wants to get into everything right now.
I think we just about covered it all except for his beautiful green eyes. He has the most beautiful green cat eyes.
He does, and he will look right into your soul and say, "Feed me, bitch." Okay.
He does love a cheddar delight from Fancy Feast.
He is truly, though, exploring this entire studio right now, and the equipment is much more expensive than I am. So, Jimmy, why don't you go get Bing's back?
Let's get Bing
right now
situated.
Let's
bring in.
Can you bring
one more?
Maybe a cat that's like ready to chill and sit? You know who hangs, and you know who's a little crazy. All right.
Let me see if I can bring in.
Get somebody who's ready to sit on my lap. All right.
Let's see who I can get.
Let's see. All right, everybody. I don't think we're going to have any problem with shedding this time because we are welcoming my little man, Mansoor, to the stage.
The little sir himself.
Give me the little sir right now.
Here
Put
you
him
go.
in my lap. I know he's a little bit of a monster, so I don't know how long he's going to stay. So if you are just listening via audio, everybody, this is a hairless, one-eyed cat. His name is Mansoor, and he is the biggest menace you have ever met in your entire life. I tell people this is what a gay baby looks like. Because people always ask us, like, "Oh, do you want kids?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, we have kids." And I show them a photo of Mansoor. I'm like, "Oh, this is just what happens when you have a gay baby." So this is my little guy. He has a very special place in my heart. I don't know if anybody else has a hairless cat out there, but the skin-to-skin contact, the cuddling is real, bitch, okay? Judge me. Think I'm weird. I don't give a fuck, all right? This is my baby. We cuddle every single night. I kiss him. He's my angel. And yeah, we probably got him, I'd say, about 5 years ago, right, Jimmy?
About 5 years ago, yep.
So before we had Mansoor, we had another hairless cat. His name was Sphinx. He was a Sphinx cat. We didn't really give him a name. We didn't really get original. And that was pretty much my best friend in the world.
Yeah,
like,
he was amazing.
I got along with him so well, it's insane. And
You performed with him.
I performed with him. He
on
was
stage,
incredible.
in nightclubs.
So when he passed, unfortunately, I knew I needed another hairless cat in my life. And then we got this guy. And he was a total letdown. He was an asshole.
A total dick, though.
I mean, a total fucking dick. He's warmed up since, as you can tell. But when we first got him, he was the nastiest, meanest, spiciest cat you could ever imagine. He would not cuddle.
Nope.
He would not hold. He would not kiss.
He would sit on you for a second and then just like lunge off of you at
Lunge
full speed.
off you. He was nasty. It took him a while to get to this level where he loves his mother the way he does. Now, like I said, he literally cuddles with me every night. When I say cuddles, I mean for 8 to 10 hours a night, literally in my armpit crevice.
Like big spoon, little spoon.
Little spoon, like holding him the entire night long. So this is my little man. He knows how to tuck himself into the covers when we're not there, puts his head on a pillow and his body under the covers, everybody. No jokes, just facts, all right? So let's talk about Mansoor when we got him. What's up with his little eye? What's the tea?
Yeah, so we got him from the same breeder that we got the original Sphinx from.
This is the one that Monet Exchange got her.
Yeah, we talked
hairless
about
cat
that
from.
before. Yep. And we responded to a post on Facebook where basically there was a cat that wasn't, I guess, up to breeding standards or whatever you want to call it. He, at the time and still does, basically only has one functioning eyeball.
Yes.
When we got him, he had a really serious, like a upper respiratory infection or something of some kind that caused his eye to get all shriveled up and whatnot.
I mean, pretty much, hairless cats are very, very expensive. I am a drag queen. I live life on a budget. Our first one, it took us a while to save too. When he passed, I was devastated. I wanted another one sooner than later.
Yep.
So a couple months went by. We did see he was posted for literally half price because of his little eye defect, and that did not bother me at all.
No,
so
not at all.
We were like, hello, can we
Like I
get
was
this
saying,
angel?
I've always had a soft spot for animals that are
You had
handicapped
a no-eyed dog.
literally. So a one-eyed cat was a walk in the park for me. And since then, he's gotten quite a bit of veterinary care. He's had a little bit of upper respiratory issues, but we've done our best to keep this little guy going and happy.
In addition to calling him Mansoor, we also call him Snickle Fritz because he sneezes. And when I tell you he sneezes, like, he can hawk a loogie out of his nose, guys. It's kind of disgusting. I'm not going to lie. I'm being real. Like, this is a podcast, but let's keep it real.
Full, like, snot rocket.
Like,
That's the word.
A snot rocket out of his nose. He has this little infection forever for pretty much his whole life. It gets, like, bad during allergy season, and then it pretty
Every
much clears
change of
up.
seasons, we have to nebulize him.
We have to
for 3
nebulize
weeks.
him with
It's a
little
whole thing.
nebulizer. He's
a
little
production.
He is a production, but he's my babe.
He's worth every
He
moment of
is.
it.
He's the babe.
is.
Also, too, I don't know if you guys know this about hairless cats, but hairless cats, you need to clean their ears out. Like, in addition to the baths and everything else, their ears get disgusting and covered with wax. You literally need to clean the ears out like every 4 or 5 days. At least with him. It's
I was like, and if you don't, they do this kind of a thing, and then the earwax just flings everywhere. It's
disgusting.
literally gross.
So I know they look all like fancy and royal. No, hairless cats are nasty, everybody. But let me tell you, because I know I was shitting on him for his attitude earlier. He seriously has fully came into himself. He is one of the sweetest cats ever now. When it does come to other cats, I will be honest with you, he's still a little,
He's a
not
dick.
mean.
No, he's a dick.
But, all right, he's a little bit of a dick.
One of the other cats will be sitting on like a cat tree or whatever, and
If
he'll
they're-
literally sit on top of them to get the like perch that he's
If
on.
another
He's
cat
a
is
dick.
where he wants to be, he will just sit on them and then literally continue to dig his back feet up and down until they move. But when it comes to humans, he loves us.
he's very sweet
except
to
for when
humans.
he gets like the zoomies at 3 a.m. and he walks across our face.
He'll like literally like launch off of your like jugular vein with his like claws, and you're like,
And
oh
when
my God,
he
did I
does
just
that
die?
shit, then I'm like, you're not cuddling again. And that's when I big spoon over to Jimmy and I'm like, all right, babe, it's our time.
All right, let me get Mansoor situated.
Yeah, I was like,
before
go
he
get that
destroys
little
this
angel. Wait, can I just
entire-
get one spanking before you go? Just
All
bring
right,
him over here.
let
I
me
know we
grab
talked
him.
about Mansoor spanks. Yeah,
hold
grab
on,
this little
hold
angel.
on, he's in between your legs. Oh, I see him.
He's just going to keep going whichever way you're not.
He's a little dick. Okay.
So, like, what you don't know about hairless cats, everybody, they've got that skin.
They do whatever they want.
So, what you don't know about hairless cats, everybody, is they got the skin, so you can get a little spanking, a little, if you need to, and they don't mind it, all right? So, you don't need to call, like, animal welfare services on us. This is normal. I'm
He's
in Sphinx
happy.
groups on Facebook. Other people with Sphinxes do this shit, but, yeah, that's our little man. We spank his little booty and let him know.
It's true. All right, let me get him situated.
All right, now people are like, wow, they're fucking weird. We're done with them.
We just got canceled.
Sorry, guys. All right. And last but certainly not least, here they are. Oh my God. Okay.
I'll scoop Mama out for a second.
So, sorry for the pause. I'm just going crazy. These are the babies. This is the mama. If you are just listening via audio, mama's a little tuxedo, but she's definitely more. She's like a cow. She's a little
like
cow.
the opposite of Miss Marilyn.
She is. She's literally almost the opposite. She's pretty much like a little spotted cow, and she had 3 adorable babies, 2 boys, 1 girl. The 2 boys are your stereotypical little tabby cats, and then the girl takes a little bit more after her. But Jimmy, let's talk about how this diva came into our life. I'm playing with these kittens right now, so you can talk.
So, I don't know, it was probably about a month or so ago. I was actually in our backyard here at the GQE office mowing the lawn, and I kind of just turned around, and there was a cat sitting on top of our neighbor's fence, who happened to be this little angel right here. She wasn't really afraid of the lawnmower, wasn't afraid of me. I turned the lawnmower off, started playing with her, paying attention to her, and I grabbed her a can of cat food because we have cat food everywhere around here. And she was very grateful, and that kind of repeated itself for a couple days. Oh, she's getting excited. That repeated itself for a couple days after that, and then you kind of start seeing a little bit of a belly forming on her. Oh, there she goes. We had the experience with Bimini, as we had talked about before, where she had kittens, so we kind of like knew the behaviors. We knew
had
the
her longer, though.
experience.
She came to us earlier, this girl right here.
Yeah, she came to
We
us.
had her for at least a month,
Yeah,
I'd
she
say,
came
right?
to us for about a month. And then I would say it got a little more serious 2 to 3 weeks ago. It was a little more obvious that she needed some more attention. She was kind of being very needy. She was being a little more beggy.
She was loving, she was cute, she was adorable, and then it happened, everybody. She gave birth, okay? Let me tell you what you were never prepared for. As I was going to say as a gay man, but no, as any person in the world, to witness birth. Oh my God. I don't actually, you know what? Human birth's probably even more intense, so I can't speak on that one.
She ate the placenta.
Okay, she ate the placenta. It was... It was a level that I was not ready for. She did amazing at whatever she did. Amazing. But yeah, so eventually she finally had the babies. We got to watch the whole process. We did watch a little bit because we're sick.
We saw one.
We seen one and then we were done. But wow, that is nature at its finest.
It was really impressive to see just the instincts of a cat who we thought she didn't even know she was pregnant. We thought she was on the next episode of I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant or whatever, because we think it's her first litter around. And just to watch her start giving birth and then knowing what to do with not only kittens, but the stuff that comes out with kittens.
I will say the cage the night that it happened was a bloodbath.
Disgusting.
The next morning we woke up and you literally would have thought we hired Minute Maid. It was insane, okay? She is the best mother in the world. Let's be honest with you. We tried
Mom
to bring
of the year.
tried to bring the kittens outside to show them the sun. She literally grabbed them by the scruff and said, "You're coming back inside. Thank you so much." She's incredible. I can tell right now she's like ready for her kittens to be back in the cage. So I feel like let's not even hold this up any longer. Let's tell everybody where these kittens are going right
God, I'm
now.
obsessed.
So like I said, there's 2 boys and 1 girl. Oh, they're all starting to look alike now. So I don't know who is who at the moment. So this little boy is going home to Miss Electra Ryan.
Oh my
I'm very,
goodness,
very
look at
excited for. And in addition to that little boy going home with Miss Electra Ryan, this little... Oh, I don't know which one that one is. I can't tell anymore. I think it's a boy. I think that boy's also going home to Electra Ryan. And then we have another friend who's going to be taking home this little girl right over here. Yep, I was right. There's the girl. Taking home this little girl. And then last but certainly not least, we even got the mama rehomed. She's going to be living her best life at a retirement community?
An assisted living facility for folks that need a little extra help in their elderly years taking care of themselves. She's basically going to be like a therapy cat, more or less.
We love to see it.
And that was what attracted us to her in the first place. We've dealt with our fair share of strays. We said we had Bimini before, and she was a little more on the feral side. But she was so approachable from the moment she came out. She was nuzzling and loving, and she seemed like a house cat, more or less. So I think a therapy cat is going to be a very good occupation for her. And before our little kitten friends and mom go to their new homes, I am very grateful to our friends over at the Animal Welfare Association in Voorhees, New Jersey. They have always been huge supporters of what we do. We've always supported what they do. And they are helping us out with the veterinary care for both the kittens and mama.
Yes, I mean, they are like 10 cats deep with us, honestly. The AWA is incredible. They're at the point now where they know that we kind of know what we're doing. So they're like, all right, just take care of them, feed them, get them healthy, this, that. We'll do the shots. Just do not bring them here right now because we are stuffed. All right, it's kitten season, okay?
It is.
Well, with that being said, Jimmy, I am looking at these babies, and they actually look perfectly content. But Mom, who is walking around everywhere, looks like she is ready to get back to nursing.
She's getting a little anxious.
She's getting a little anxious. I see it. She's like, listen, this was great. I'm so glad that they're child stars and everything. But if we can get them back to the cage.
I'm going to go get them situated, and then I will be right back.
Bye, little angels.
Say bye.
I'm going to eat one for dinner.
A lot of protein.
A lot of protein. All right, everybody. And Jimmy is back with no cats, just cats on his shirt
Just hair
now. We
everywhere.
love to see. I was going to say hair, a couple scratches. No
It's okay,
big
it's
deal.
okay.
Mansoor sneezed on you over there, I see.
Oh, God.
Wow, that felt like a fever dream. I mean, you put me into a studio, give me a shot of whiskey and 11 cats. I had the time of my life today, okay? I'm just going to tell you right now.
It was so much fun getting to introduce everybody to all of our cats. We've been hinting about them and talking about them on social media for so many years, but to actually get to see them and hear about them and everything, that was so much fun.
And that's the thing, too. Like, I say I'm the crazy cat lady of drag, but, like, I don't get to post too much of the cats because, like, I don't want them fully taken over the timeline. I mean, it's about Astala Vista on the IG, okay? But this was the perfect way for everybody to see, like, no, it's not an act. I truly am a crazy cat
You
lady.
are nuts.
And, like, I don't think people realize, too, like, outside of drag and recording and everything with you and doing shows, like, I'm usually at home with the cats making costumes. Like, that's how you go feral, everybody, okay? You lock yourself in a room with fabric, a sewing machine, and 7 cats. Like, that's how you earn yourself the title of Crazy Cat Lady of Drag.
No, 100%. And like that's what I was going to say is the obsession with cats is so much more than just what you incorporate into your numbers and costumes and whatnot. It is literally your life.
I mean, it's very easy to get obsessed with them. People suck, cats don't. Like, let's be real.
That is the truth.
Let's
It's
just
so
keep it
sad.
real.
It's so true.
I mean, there are some people out there that are okay. Cat people, I fuck with you, all right? Other than that, though, I mean, no, I'm kidding.
Well, that just about wraps up this week's episode on For the Love of Cats. But I am very excited to give a little hint about what we're going to be doing next week, Mrs. Stalavista.
Now, before we talk about next week's episode, which we're going to briefly bring up, I do want to let you guys know if you want to see those kittens grow up that you just seen today, give me a follow on Instagram at It's Astala Vista, ITSASTALA Vista, because I am in control of them for at least another like 7 to 8 weeks, and I will be cuddling, holding, and taking lots of photos of them. So check me out there. But Jimmy, let's briefly talk about what's going on next week. I want to be secretive.
So we're not going to necessarily say who, But next week, we are very, very excited to welcome our very first drag queen special guest.
It's RuPaul, everybody! No, it's not.
I can't ever just get an announcement in without you making an ass of me. I love it. No, but seriously, we are very excited to welcome our first drag queen special guest. It very well may be RuPaul. We don't know. Tune in next week. But we are very, very excited. Until then, hasta la vista. Can you say goodbye to the children?
I don't say goodbye. I say hasta la vista for now, mother tuckers. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week. And before we go, everybody, I just want to give a very special shout out to all of our close fam Patreon members for supporting the podcast and making sure that Marilyn gets to eat Fancy Feast. And then I also want to give an extra special thank you to our Call Me Mother sponsors. Please give it up right now for Kathy P, woo, 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 as well as the DragFam 27. I don't know if you're 27 years old or if you were born in 1927, but thank you so much
Maybe
for sponsoring.
they want to be in the 27 club.
Maybe they're not born yet, and they're going to be born in 3 years.
We don't know.
We'll never know. Maybe we will. Let's message them.
Nevertheless, thank you so much for your support. Without all of you, this would not be possible. So thank you so much. Until next time.
Hasta la vista.